Maggie is the executive director of the Calgary Downtown Association and born and raised Calgarian who is a business and community leader. Her life revolves around the downtown core and making this city great. Here she is, 20 slides in 20 seconds. Come on up here, Maggie. Let's hear it for her.
And this is terrifying, I have to tell you that just before we get started. Ready, when you are. Calgary has great energy. We have strong Western values and a can-do attitude. I'm inspired by so many people, artists, scientists, placemakers, designers, architects. Their work is why so many of us make our homes here in Calgary. And if I had to name the most inspirational creative person that I know, it would be Michael Green. When you think of living a creative life, images like this might come to mind. Now, I'm completely void of talent, but I'd love to have more time to strum my guitar or spend time with my pals, like my new best friend Cletus. He's from the Heartland Show, by the way, owned by John Scott. But there just isn't enough time in the day. Work and volunteering are rivals for my time. You could say that they're occupational hazards for living a creative life. When Patty Pond asked me if my organization might sign her strategy document, I told her it's what we do. First, we manage Stephen Avenue Walk and Barclay Mall. Sure, that means emptying garbage cans and hanging nearly 200 flower baskets each and every year. But after that, it also means making an interesting and safe, fun place for people to gather. Each year, we expand successful programs and we create new attractions. Where else can you play a street piano or listen to a Honan's competitor play one? Help weed a garden with some kids from some daycares, or maybe some DI clients, on your way to your business appointments. We know that good planning is part of a successful community. The CDA has input into the developments in the downtown and many of the policies that shape our entire community. We're keen to see architects earn their place in our inspirational skyline, and we encourage developers, like Strategic, to make contributions that are creative to our public realm. Great plazas, restaurants, art spaces, and yes, public art. Public art plays a huge role in building community, no matter who owns it. Calgary benefits from generous corporate contributions of public art, as well as those that come from the city art program. We are the envy of many cities, and it sure wasn't a surprise to me when we were named the Cultural Capital of 2012. We were already living that way. The Calgary Downtown Association happens to own a couple of herds of public art, quite literally, our cherished buffaloes and our utterly art cows. We also have a number of sculptures along Barclay and even an art bench in Eau Claire. We're proud to say that we pay our artists. We all know, like our good friend Meg Van Roosendaal always says, our artists will die of exposure. Just pay them. We love to support up-and-coming local talent. We figured out that temporary art excites and reinvigorates the downtown. It's another reason for people to keep coming back. We're also keen to multitask whenever we can. So if you can beautify and reduce crime, we're there. If you can create beauty out of something really ugly and solve a maintenance problem, why wouldn't you do it? So we co-created the Hoarding Beautification program for construction sites a number of years ago. It's been embraced by quite a few of the developers and construction firms. It helps keep graffiti down, more pleasant commute to work. It's all good during the long phases of construction. In order to know where you're going, you need to know where you've been. So we're huge supporters of preservation of historical properties in the downtown, and they're very, very caring owners. They have to have a lot of creativity and very deep pockets to succeed and to keep their buildings vital and alive. Strong businesses enable many creative ventures. And the CDA is here to support businesses, and my role is to facilitate the initiatives that serve them. We collaborate with many organizations, but if you want people to come downtown, you better give them a reason to. By having engaging and enlightening things to see and do for all ages, those are essential components. My go-to experts? The arts community and the downtown core. If you need something new, exciting, and well, maybe a little crazy, maybe to enliven the Plus 15 system, for instance, who would you call? Michael Green. That's what I did. And so the High Performance Rodeo Plus 15 parade was born. I don't know how he'll manage to without his creativity and his passion, but I'm hoping we can start channeling him through all the people in this room that have been touched by him. If Dean's here somewhere, our parade marshal, we're counting on you to start that. How do you engage people in the downtown throughout the year? How about a fun play in one of our great parks on a summer's evening? Perhaps a nationally acclaimed performance on one of our great stages. I'm proud to be part of the success of Theatre Calgary, and a big shout out to all the TC folks that are here today and the magic that they make happen. And also to Colleen Smith, who's just moved here from Toronto, moving to Calgary for a career in the arts. Who would have thought? The Calgary Stampede creates vitality like no other organization. I'm privileged to have been a volunteer for many years. Whether contributing to our public art collection or the world-famous award-winning Stampede show band you saw earlier, bringing them to the council chambers, my personal best council meeting, sorry, no offense, your worship, they can be counted on for creative collaboration. Of course, all great hosts want to make sure that their guests are fed and watered. And in the downtown, we believe we have the best restaurants in Calgary. And that all starts with training. SAIT provides that right on Stephen Avenue Walk, another creative use of a heritage space. Calgarians are real foodies. We've come a long, long way from those steak sandwich days. All you have to do is check out Instagram to see how creative food is in Calgary. Our Big Taste culinary event gets our chefs in their real creative groove. It runs from March 6th to 15th, so I would suggest you start your diets now. Engaging creative people is where we really shine. I try to be an enabler of creativity, starting with our staff. People like Shauna Quinn and Allison Moore, well, they just ooze creativity. Who thinks of flying opera singers high above heritage buildings to provide an evening of free entertainment in an alley? Shauna does. Or what about the Parade of Wonders? Just don't expect to have any IT support in your offices that morning, folks. We love to delight and surprise our community. How about a tea party in the park? Great bands on a sunny Saturday afternoon on the mall. What about learning to skate with Santa as your instructor? A comedy break at lunchtime, maybe a jazz parade? Think Allison and stay tuned. So what's next? Well, we're committed to keep thinking creatively, stretching our dollars and collaborating. Groups like Beakerhead, that Jay referred to, the mashup of engineers and artists, they're our new favorites. We also want to keep thinking differently. Don't just fence a playground to ensure that daycares can keep their licenses in the downtown. Find a way to build a new playground. I'm privileged and grateful to live a creative and fulfilling life each and every day. I'm surrounded by people who inspire me and make great things happen. Many of you are here today. Many thanks, many thanks to all of you, especially my CDA family, my Theatre Calgary family, and my Stampede family. Truly, I am downtown, living a creative life. Thank you.